Guys, I'm happy about something. Yeah, a lot of celebrities that we look up to, the females, have started talking publicly about their fertility issues. You're hearing about that, but upon them being as honest as possible, or as they can possibly be with us, especially since we are not their immediate family members, we still shame them, right? We still shame them for their struggles. And when they come and share their testimonies, we still find reasons to shame them also for sharing this testimony. Now, TAWA AJISEFINI welcomed a baby boy early this year. Not early, like a few months ago, a couple of months ago, with her husband, Mayowa Ali, in the United States of America. Yes, after 5 years of waiting. And it is now after she become victorious, yeah, that she decided to share her testimony and talk about the struggles she went through. And she mentioned that she was called barren. So yeah, this video is about TAWA AJISEFINI expressing and talking about, not only her fertility issues, but how that almost broke her marriage, and how she would cry severally because she was called barren, and how she felt like her husband really didn't care about her, especially because he already, from a previous marriage, have 2 children. So she felt like, you have 2 kids. That's why you're telling me not to worry, right? I don't have a child. I've been with you for years. We've not even suffered a miscarriage. And you're saying not to worry. So yeah, that's what this video is about. Especially as also we are seeing some other women come celebrate Ayamsa recently, welcome the child also, and people are saying, where's the baby's father? That's a different topic entirely. Anyway, TAWA AJISEFINI is from IBADAN, Oyo State. She's from, actually, no, they are from Osun State, but she grew up in IBADAN, Oyo State, right? She got married in 2019. We didn't even know she was in a relationship with Mayowa. Mayo Jamo, Abijamo Mayo, whatever way you pronounce his name, right? And shortly after their marriage in 2019, she relocated with this man who has been in the US since forever. She relocated with him, and they've been in the US since then. She's continued her acting career there. She's produced movies there and all of those things, right? So first year rolled by, second year rolled by, third year rolled by. By the third year, TAWA AJISEFINI said she started becoming worried. I started going to different gynecologists. She did not have health insurance, so this woman said it had to go out of pocket for all of the treatments and everything they had to do for her to conceive a child, but nothing was forthcoming. So she said in that period also was when she reconciled with her father. If you're familiar with this channel, you know that we've spoken about TAWA AJISEFINI reconciling with her father and seeing the man in 2023 for the first time in over 30 years since he left the family. Funny enough, TAWA AJISEFINI said the father, the mother were in Ibadan. Like I mentioned, she grew up in Ibadan, Oyo State. So her father was in Ibadan, Oyo State. The mother was in Ibadan, Oyo State. They were staying with the mother. The father had left them and had ignored them. But she said several times as a secondary school student, herself and her late sister, they would be going to school in the morning, they will pass by their father, they will be leaving school in the evening, going home, they will pass by their father, and this man did not recognize them. So coming up from such a dysfunctional home, right? She said she had learned to be resilient from a very young age, that sometimes she would go home and tell her mom, I saw our dad today and he didn't recognize us, and our mom will be like, well, it is what it is, right? It is, well, God is going to take care of you guys. And that was what happened. So she held so much resentment for her father, thinking, even if you have a problem with my mom, quite understandable, you guys might have your issues, you guys will have your issues, you don't get to take it out on us, you don't get to ignore us, right? So by the time the mom wanted to come back into her life, when she had relocated, she wasn't very welcoming, right? And it wasn't until she just thought about it like, okay, I can't keep holding you in my heart forever. So that was when they reconciled. And that was when she shared with her father that she was also trying to conceive. And her father joined her. Her father's an allergy. Yeah, joined her in prayers. They did health prayers and all of those things. That when she eventually fell pregnant, she didn't tell her father throughout. But her mom knew. She didn't tell her father throughout because they did not have that kind of relationship, and she did not know where he was at every given point. So it might be calling her, the phone might be on speaker, some persons might hear about it. And she's a public figure. She kept her pregnancy away from the internet. We didn't know she was even pregnant until she had delivered a baby, and she shared the news in her own time, right? So let's talk about the journey to having baby Ali. She said by the third year, she, like, in her mind of mine, she was calm. right? But you know, normal agitation will set in as a human. But like as much as she was displaying all these tantrums and she was angry and she was crying and she was, you know, visiting doctors and taking medicines and taking injections, somewhere in her mind she just knew that all was well, because medically apparently they were okay. So she just knew that all was well. She was going to conceive, but the waiting was killing her, right? So she said that sometimes when her husband says, don't worry, things will be fine, she flares up. She starts fighting him. You know, she says different things to him, that there was even a time she lashed out on her father, you know, and things like that, that she found herself lashing out a lot and crying a lot, right? That when she eventually became pregnant, she actually had no idea she was pregnant, and that was when she shared that some people referred to her as barren. You know, we've come on. I mean, I don't know how to express it, but it's something that we've seen over and over again. When Adeniyi Johnson and I Am Shy were also dealing with we're also in their waiting period. Seyi Edun, a lot of persons also refer to Seyi Edun as barren. That her husband, Adeniyi Johnson, when they welcomed their twin, had to come online to say, you guys call that barren. I hope you're happy now. Dayamusa also shared the same thing. Same people also refer to her as barren. Hope you guys are happy now. Adeshwa told me, she said the same thing. So I'm like trying to draw the line now. I want us to see, I'm talking about from TAWA Ajisefini's point of view, because she's one person that has granted an interview concerning this and spoken, you know, and spoken about it. But I just want us to look at it. A lot of these women will, after having their children, now come and say, social media users that know nothing about her lives called us barren. And that was what TAWA Ajisefini was saying, that people that knew nothing about her struggle, people were telling her she had no sense, that she should better go and start thinking, that she would post pictures and videos on the internet on her page. And people would be like, are you supposed to be posting something like this? Is this what you're supposed to be posting? Are you supposed to be talking about? And people will say to her, are you supposed to be posting? Are you supposed to be thinking about these things? You took someone else's husband. If you recall, I mentioned that this man already had 2 children prior to getting married to TAWA Ajisefini. That is because he was married before. But apparently, TAWA shared that before they got together, he had been divorced for over 5 years, that she would never have married him if he was still with his wife. She also shared that was the person that deflowered her. I don't know if that's relevant, but she mentioned that. So those are the things that gave her some sort of security, like nothing is going to happen. I didn't steal somebody's husband. I wasn't a wayward child. I don't have any medical condition. You have no medical condition. We are going to have a child in God's time, but God's timing is a little slow, right? That was why she was seeking medical intervention and all that. Eventually, 5 years after, they welcomed a baby boy, and she mentioned that her husband really took care of her, and that in the first month even, she was jumping up and down, and the man was now the one who was worried, like, babe, you should be resting. But she said, no, I don't, because she's heard and she's seen movies of pregnant women. There's this stereotype of them being very slow, very this one, and that she did not want to have that history. So she was very active. She moved around a lot, and of course she has a baby. Yes, guys, I just wanted to share that story real quick too, and let us talk about it, because there's a way society treats women and couples basically who are waiting. You don't know the full depth of their story. You don't know if they are intentionally not having children. You know nothing about their history, but you come and make your assumptions and just start talking about them and giving them unsolicited advices and start talking. You know, it's just something that we do a lot in this society that I would like for us to actually talk about it, right, in the comment section. So let us have that discussion in the comment section. I will be waiting for you there. What do you think about we labeling women barren in the society? TAWA Ajisefini shared a story. All right, guys, like this video if you enjoyed it. Share with family and friends, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.